निर्भरताम्नो उदम्बरे अत्तिकल्पकल्पोऽयं प्रत्यत्यकेसरी व्यासदीप्तगुरुभूयात् अस्मदिष्टातसिद्धये जपो विद्याविरक्त्यादि सद्गुणोगाकरान् वादिराजगुरुन्देहि कृपदाश्रयान् पूज्य राघवेन्द्राय सिद्धनम्रताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे दुर्वादिध्वान्तरवे वैष्णवेन्दीवरिन्दवे श्रीराघवेन्द्रगुरुवे मत्यन्त्याळवे आपादमूलपर्यन्तं गुरूणामात्मने तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्धन्तु मनोरथाः. हरिः ओम्. श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः. We are looking at the Khandarth Nirnaya, and also popularly known as the Karma Nirnaya. And we saw the Madhva Vijaya verses from 16th Sarga, 41 to 46 verse number. So there, whatever we saw in that, actually the meaning of the slokas in the context, Bananji Govindacharya gave in the form of explanation also. We are going through that one now. In the book it is 64th page. So Bananji Acharya he explains the verses. Ayam atra khanda vishesha artha nirnaya nidana bhutaha sandarbha visheshaha. So this khandartha, what are the special thing that determination of the meaning, whatever is done, this the whole situation, the context, this is how it started. He's explaining the whatever Madhvaya is saying, he is explaining that. Asti Taulava Mandale Dharmasthalamiti Samprati Pratitam Kshetram Tadatve Yasya Nama Kuduma Iti Samaya Tasya Janardana Adhishtitam Asti Kshetramekam. So, in Taulava Mandala, Tulunadu, we call Tulunadu or Taulava Mandala, is a place where this Tulu language is spoken widely and is called Taulava Mandala, Tulusthana, Tulu Pradesha. And there is a Dharmasthala. Actually, right now also in Dharmasthala, a lot of people come there and a lot of floating population. Famous Shivalinga is there, which was Stapana was done by Vadraj Swami and all that. And very famous Kshetra. And in the neighborhood of that, there is a place called Kurma. Samayatasya Janardana Adhishtitamasti Kshetramekam. So in that Janardana Adhishtitam, so Janardana Rupi Paramatma temple is there also in that. There is one place where the Janardana Swami temple is there. And there, Yasya Pratanam Nama, Ujeriya. So there is a place called, like the earlier name, Ujeriya. So in Sloka actually, Uchchabhuti, it was Uchchabhuti, that was later came to be known as Ujeriya. And even that one actually the original Kannada name. And that Samprati, currently it is Ujire. So right now it's called Ujire. Ityachakshate. Nikasha eva dharmasthalasya aparam asti Vaidyanatha kshetram. Vaidyanatha, the temple, Vaidyanatha temple. This is very famous one. Kokkada iti khyatam. So that kshetra is called Kokkada kshetra in Dharmasthala. Kadachit yatramishena tena advana gachan acharya madvaha Kokkada grama Ujeriya gramam ajagama. So first Madhvacharya went to this Kokkada grama, the Kokkada village, and from there he came to Ujeriya or Ujire, where this whole incident happened. So he came to the Ujeriya grama, that village. Adhyuvasacha Sri Janardana Alayam. So in that Ujire, there is Janardana Swami temple is there. So probably in the neighborhood of the temple, the Sabha took place, and there the whole event happened. And Gnatva api Loka Prathitam Acharya Madhvam Swagramam Agatam Tatratya Pandita Mandali Karma Kanda Prakanda Panditya Brahma Durmadandha Nayayav Eva Bhagavat Pada Sandashanaya. Gnatva, even though they know that Loka Prathitam Acharya Madhva, he became world famous. and he Swagramam Agatam. Now he came to our village. So those people thought, now Acharya Madhva came to our village. So Tatratya Pandita Mandali, whatever Pandita Mandali is there in that village, they are Karmakanda Prakanda Panditya Brahma Drumadanda. They were thinking that wherever when it comes to the Karmakanda, they are Prakanda Pandita, they are great Panditas in the Karmakanda Vibhaga. This Brahma, this delusion they had, because of that delusion, they were Madandha, they were blind with arrogance. And they came to the Sabha not for the sake of Bhagavat Pada Sandarshanaya na ayav eva. They never came for the sake of doing, okay, Acharya Madhva came, the world came as one, let us have darshan of him. With that intention, they did not come. They didn't come with that intention. Na ayav eva. Bhagavat Pada Sandarshanaya eva na ayav. They did not come for Bhagavat Pada Sandarshana. किमसकौ कर्मंदी जानीयात दुर्गम कर्मकांड गहन प्रक्रिया इति. Oh, this karmandi means sannyasi. He is karmandi sannyasi, and this sannyasi kimasakau janiyat. What does this sannyasi know about this very difficult durgama karmakanda gahana prakriya, the deep prakriya, the procedural thing of the karmakanda? It is not possible for this sannyasi to know about it. This is what they thought. Tam karma kandi mandalim uddidishu Acharya Madhva. So Acharya Madhva knows that here this karma kanda mandali is there. The people who think that they know all about karma kanda, this there. So to provoke them only, Acharya Madhva, he saw in that sabha, there are people also. Not only those people who came with the bad intent, there are a lot of good people who came. So that's why Swasandarshanartham Agatan Graminan Ugdajanan Apruchati. Acharya Madhva, he addressed the village people who came for his sandarshana. Swasandarshana Artham Agatan. Those people who came to have the darshana of Acharya Madhva, for them, addressing them, they are mukdajanas, they are innocent people. So, but to them, Acharya Madhva is talking about these Pandita Prakandas, but he is addressing those people. He is saying, Kim na drishyante atratyaha karmakandinaha kupamandukaha kuvate nirillire. Kim na drishyante. Why? I know, I don't see them. No, purposely he is saying, no, they were just sitting, hiding somewhere. So, Kim na drishyante atratyaha. Hey, whoever came, this karmakandis, kupamandukas, he addresses them as kupamandukas, frogs in the well. Where are these frogs in the well? Drishyante atrat karma. Na drishyante. I don't see them here. Kote nililire means nilina. That is hiding. Where are they hiding? Kote nililire. Where are they hiding? So this he asked those people. Then this Udantaha Prasasara. So this Acharya asked like this, like it's a very provoking statement. So when Acharya said these words, it spread like, all over. Oh, see, look, Acharya came and he's asking for those Pandita Mandali. So Bibhaya Pandita Mandali. So the Pandita Mandali got scared. Athapi Kathamapyam Jedavyaha Rakshaniyam Grama Gauravam iti Durashaya Baddha Parikaraha Sarvepi Karmakanda Panditaha Sabhayam Prabhaktum Pravuttam Acharyam Shrotumeva Samajagmuhu. Acharya Pravachana to listen, they Samajagmuhu, they all came. Why? The Acharya came. So as if they came to listen to the Pravachana of Acharya. As if, so Shrotumiva, as if they want to listen to the Pravachana. So they came. And how they came? Athapi karmam api ayam jetavya. Oh, even so, katham api ayam. In whatever way we have to, athapi katham api ayam jetavya. Some way or the other, by hook or crook, we have to conquer this Acharya. This Acharya has to be conquered by us. He has to be defeated by us. So, Rakshaniyam Grama Gauravam iti. We have to protect the prestige of our village. We have to protect that. So with this durashaya baddha parikaraha, so they came with all the baddha parikara, I mean basically all the people, collect all the people, whoever want to come, with all the preparation, they came. And all those are sarvepi karmakanda pandita. All those karmakanda panditas in the sabha, pravaktum pravuttam acharyam shrotimya samajam. So as if they want to listen to the acharya, they came, but their intention is not to listen to the pravachana of acharya, but to defeat him. That was their intention. Antarbhitapi karmakanda kavachita bahirdhira iva vayameva jayema iti bhranta udashvayana. So what happened is they were scared inside. Oh, Acharya, oh, he's so great. No, I don't know what, we don't know what's going to happen. So they are karma kanda kavachita. Kavacha is armor. Oh, we have the armor of karma kanda. We are protected by karma kanda. So we should be okay. They thought like that. Bahir dhiraha. Outside they were very bold, but inside they were scared. Bahir dhiraha iva vayameva jayema. We are only going to win. And with this bhranta udashvaya, with this delusion, they came over there. They assembled there. Aho kathamapyante bhekaha upad utpetuhu. So he says, what a surprising thing. Kathamapi ante, by whatever at the end, finally, this bhekaha means frogs. Kupad utpetuhu. Somehow they came out of that well. They were all inside their own well. Now they came to this sabha. So it's just coming out of the well. So they somehow came out of the well. Avasane cha pravatanasya kaschit chalakundalaha vipaschit utthaya papracha. In that mandali, Pandita Mandali, the assemblies of the scholars, there was at the end, Avasane cha pravachana, Acharya gave some pravachana, some topic, and probably an Aitareya Upanishad or whatever. So then at the end of the pravachana, there is one kaschit chalakundalaha vipaschit utthaya. They have all these pandits. They good alanka. Kundala is like the ear ornament. They were having nice. Even the men used to wear the ear ornaments, as you all know. So he was having nice, wonderful. And a lot of panditas, they wear these ear ornaments, which are specially given because of their panditya. They get some like a reward. They get that, so they display their ear ornaments. So with that ear ornament, one pandita, he got up and he questioned. Uttaya papracha. He asked a question. What the question he asked? Karmarthe aitareya brahmane gahanartasya kasyachit khandasya bhava. He asked for the meaning of the karma portion in the aitareya brahmana, which has a very deep meaning. Gahanartasya kasyachit khandasya. They took a segment from there which has a very deep meaning, and they asked, tell us the bhava, the purport, the meaning, the message, the interpretation, the explanation for this khanda. So they asked for that. Tavat paryantam karmavadibhi api yathavad aviditam samagram khandabhavam bhagavat pada sapati tada vivavara. Vivavara means vivaran diya. Vivaran, he gave the vivaran. Vivaran, even in Hindi we hear that word vivaran, explanation. So vivaran, he gave the explanation for that. For what? Tavat paryantam karmavadibhi api. Until then, even the karmavadis, they did not have the proper understanding. Yathavat aviditam, not known. The yathavat, the true correct meaning was not known by even the karmakandis, karmavadi. Samagram khanda bhavam bhagavat pada sapaditava. Whereas Acharya Madhva, the entire samagram, that means completely the khanda bhava, the real meaning, the hidden meaning with all this explanation, Bhagavat pada Madhvacharya, Sapadi immediately, Tada Vivara, then and there, see, he didn't know what they are going to ask. They asked, and right away Acharya gave a full explanation and interpretation for that. Ante kena api anadhigatarthasya kuntapasuktasya arthamapi sa viniyogam vyavrunita leelaya. Acharya Madhva Ante at the end, Leelaya effortlessly, Kena api Anadhigatarthasya. It was Adhigatartha is completely understood the meaning. Anadhigata by others, they the one that whose proper complete meaning was not known by anybody else. Such a portion, such an interpretation, and it is on Kuntapasuktasya Arthamapi. Kuntapasukta, the meaning of that Kuntapasukta, Saviniyogam, that means along with all the procedures like Anganyasa or Karnyasa is there, or whatever procedures are there, or how to use it with all the procedural things also, and the understanding, correct interpretation also, Vyavrunita, Vivarana. So he explained Leelaya effortlessly. And then what happened? Bhekaha sarve sarvagnya pravachana bheka mukha babhu. Bhekaha, Bheka, Manduka are frogs. They were like frogs. All those frog-like panditas by the Sarvagnya Pravachana Bhekam means they got scared of the Sarvagnya Pravachana, Acharya Sarvagnya, his Pravachana. By that, they got completely scared of that. And then they became Mukha Babu, they became dumb. I mean, tongue-tied, we say, no? They became tongue-tied. So they couldn't say anything. They were just struck dumb, they say, no? Struck dumb. So then parabhavo apalapam janayati. When parabhava happens, when in that situation, when panditas get defeated, what they do normally? They do apalapa. What's apalapa? Apalapa is nothing but diversion and somehow yelling at things or creating an uproar. So this is called apalapa. The apalapa is normally people do this kind of apalapa when they see that they are stuck. So basically, is it they deny that, then they evade the topic, they sidetrack it, they distract it, and they create kind of uproar. We call in Hindi shorgul also. Shorgul, like the word in Hindi. So just create some noise. So that's what they did. So they created some noise. And what did they do? They said, oh, no, this is not what. So what the apalapa they did? Na ayam pradhananam sampradaya siddha suktartha iti apalapantaha. The apalapa, the objection, they raised a meaningless objection saying, oh, this is not what is standard. This is your own understanding, your own interpretation. This is not the correct understanding. The well-known original proper meaning is something else. This is not, whatever you told is not according to Sampradaya. The correct meaning according to Sampradaya is something else, something different. So what you told is wrong. It should be the correct meaning is something else, they said. Then Acharya said, okay, that's fine. Then Uchatam Tarhi Sampradaya Gataha Artaha. Okay. Then tell me what is the Sampradaya guided meaning. Tell me that meaning, I'll take it. Give me the meaning. Tell me the meaning. So when Acharya iti pratyuvada vada patur bhagavat padaha, one who is expert in vada arguments, and Acharya is to be called Anumana Tirtha. So he says, tell me. So he asked them back, tell me what the correct meaning is. Let us take that. Let's analyze that. Then Bhagnatundaste Panditaha, they became Bhagnatundas. That means Tunda is a face, like they were completely silenced, basically. They couldn't utter a word. So they became Bhagnatunda Pandita. That means they were stuck dumb, tongue-tied. They couldn't utter a word. Nashtaha Sampradaya. So what they said, it's all Sampradaya given meaning is different. But they couldn't give the meaning. That means they do not have even a Sampradaya approach of meaning also is not there for them. So the whole thing is a disaster, total disaster for them. Kimu shakyam kartum. What can we do? We can't do anything else. So they iti vadantaha samajyataha nijagmuhu. So they started, we can't do anything. This became a big, difficult situation for us. Let us just get out of here. So just left the place, ran away from there. Kimapi vaktum parayantaha. They were not capable of saying anything at all. They were completely silenced, so they left the place. Athapi Jayasha na Nijjagama. So there was no hope of having any victory, so they left the place. Jayashana, without any hope of victory, they left the place. And Bannajacharya tells one thing, whatever happened that time, Daurbhagyame yadetam pravachana bhagam bhagavatpadaha na lekhayam babhuva. That particular pravachana bhaga was not documented. What exactly Acharya gave pravachana on that particular Kuntapa Sukta, that one, that day, the documentation of the pravachana is not there. Kuntapa Suktarthastu Shri Madhva Vijaya Tikayam Yatha Bhagavat Pada Preranam Vyuruta Asmabhi. Acharya, as I was mentioning, he took that Kuntapa Sukta based upon Acharya's guidelines. In that he actually explained. Actually, after we finish this Grantha, we can actually go once again revisit that Madhavijaya book and see what was given meaning for that Kuntapa Sukta, whatever was given in the meaning. We'll go through that at the end of this book. But Acharya, Banaji says, as per the Acharya Madhva's guideline, I tried to give the meaning for Kuntapa Sukta. So that's what he said. And then he proceeds, Banaji says, Etavati Purvapitika. This is what the Purvapitika is there. The prior, the situation, how it led to this whole work. Atha Parishadaha Nirgataha Panditaha Kvachid Upahvare Sammimiluhu. And what is that? The introduction is given. Still, the thing did not come to an end, because then that Parishad Nirgataha Panditaha, who those Panditas, they got out of the Shabha and they didn't want to give it away so easily. So Kvachid Upahvare Sammimiluhu. They got assembled again and they said, oh, we have to do something. What can we do? What can we do? So, Militvasa Parichachachu. Chacha means discussion. They discussed among themselves. They assembled and discussed among themselves. Kathankaramayam Sarvagnaha Sanyasi Jetavya. How can this Sarvagna Sanyasi be conquered by us? What can we do to win over him, to win the argument, debate with him? And then they said, Kimapi Vinischitya Pare Javi Punarayu. So they all together got one final, they concurred on some point. They say, okay, let us just ask him this way. So they all decided something. And so after making a decision, Pare Javi, on the next day, Punaha Ayayu, they came back to the Acharya Sabha again. Ayayacha Mahanamni Nam Lucham Upasajjana Sangatam Prashna Prapruchuhu. So they asked the question again, Mahanamni, the Ruk means mantras. The mantras known as Mahanamni. So we said, why it's called Mahanam? Namna means, Nama is name. Ahvara or Nama or name. Why it's called Mahanamni means, because Paramatma's Mahima, this is explained in the, of course, everything explains Paramatma Mahima, but in that, basically, the Mahima is explained in a very grand fashion. The whole thing is the explanation of the Mahima of Paramatma. That's why it's called Mahanamni. That particular mantra bhaga is called Mahanamni. And Upasajjana Sangatam. So Upasajjana, how to utilize it, how to use it, along with that, meaning and the way of using it. Tell us that. So this is what they asked the question. Prashna Aprakshuhu means they asked the question. Prashna Aprakshuhu. So, Shri Madhvaha Taihi Evam Prushtaha. When questioned by them like this, the Madhvacharya, Mahanamni Nam Upasargan Upasujati iti Aitareya Brahmana Khandasya Artham Sapadi. So, Mahanamni Nam Upasargan Upasujati. So, start like that and goes like that. So, in this Aitareya Brahmana Khanda, Sapadi immediately sadhu in an excellent way Samvarnayamasa. Acharya Madhva gave a full explanation. Tat upayuktam kinchit tat purvakandhartam cha. So here, whatever is told, and Acharya not only gave whatever they asked, even a portion which precedes that, Purva Khandartham cha, along with that, Sardhameva cha Aitareya Aranyake Samagram Mahanamni Khandartham cha. So Samagra completely with the previous portion and the next portion, along with the whole thing, Acharya Madhva, he gave the Khandartha for that Mahanamni mantra. And when Acharya did offhand such a wonderful exposition and explanation of the whole thing, Muka Vismita Babuhu Panditaha Sarve, they were surprised, stunned, struck dumb. They say Muka Vismita Babuhu Panditaha Sarve, all those Panditas, they were, again, second day, once again, they were completely stunned by that. And what about the Acharya Sishyas? The Acharya might have already explained something to his Sishyas. Means no, that's the first time he was talking about that new topic. So, Parastat Babhuvuscha Bhagavat Padasishyaha. Even Acharya Sishyas were stunned, surprised, and of course they know the greatness of Acharya, but that particular explanation and the things, they never heard from Acharya. First time they heard, and the level was so much, the high level, that even all the Sishyas were completely surprised, and it went over their heads, like overwhelmed. So we say overwhelmed. Even the Sishyas were overwhelmed by the explanation of Acharya. So Purva Divasiya Kathavad Atrapi Ma Pandita Apalapishuhu iti. So, like the prior day, this next day also, all these Panditas, they tried to make an uproar and raise objections and all that, but nothing worked out again. So they know what answer they will get if they raise some up. Oh, this is not the right meaning. Acharya is going to ask again. Oh, tell me the right meaning. Again, they'll have the same difficulty. They don't know what it is. They had absolutely no clue of that. Acharya gave full details. So they were completely lost. So Bhavishyatam Karma Kandas याथाच्य जिज्ञासूनां यथा यथार्थबोधः स्यादिति लोके मंत्रार्थस्थैर्यार्थं च अपव्याख्यानिरासार्थं च तत्र एव संसदि सपदि तत् प्रवचनं स्वशिष्यैः स लेखयां बभूव. Acharya not realized, Acharya thought, okay, previous day thing was not recorded by the Sishyas. He said, document this one. Today, I am going to talk that. So he made his Sishyas. So Bhavishyatam, for the future people, Karma Kanda Yathatya Jignasunam, whoever true Jignasus are there, to know the proper, correct meaning of Karma Kanda portion of it, Yatha Yathartha Bodha, the way the true meaning, as it is meaning is there, let it be there in the world. Syaditi loke, let it be in this world. And mantrartha sthairyaartham, for the firm, permanent documentation of the mantrartha, and also cha apavyakhana nirasartham. Whatever apavyakhyanas will come, so people will come, and always people try to translate Vedas with all apavyakhyanas. So to refute the apavyakhana also, sa tatra eva samsadi. In that sabha itself, Acharya Sapadi immediately that pravachana swasishyehi salekhayam babhuva. He asked Acharya Sishyas to write them down, and this is how we could get hold of this particular grantha. So this is how it started. I think the time is up. So I'll pause it here. So some more explanation is there for that, and after that explanation, the Grantha Pravesha, I think one more page, about a page is there. After that, we'll do the Grantha Pravesha. Hare Srinivasa. Any questions are there, you can feel free to ask.
No questions, but this is so nice. This is absolutely phenomenal. What Bananjay Govindacharya said, yes, Kilartha Viheshan Swadam Swadam Samuttharu Mancha. So that is so true. The story itself is so nice. Many Sastang Namaskar, Dhanyavad.
So, Mama, text, I did not get hold of the text of the second page, I think.
I will.
Okay. For the people who don't have the book, you want to.
Yeah, because we actually ನೀವು ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲ screenshots. Actually, I look at that. So maybe.
Okay. I'll do that. I'll send the. I sent the first one, right? First.
Yes, ma'am. ನೀವು first ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ರೆ second ಕಳಿಸ್ಬೇಕು.
Second, I'll do that. Yeah, sure.
Okay, ma'am, sure.
This is the. It helps us one thing to understand the work is one thing, and the second thing, Samskrita also we can refine our Samskrita jnana also. That's also it helps that also.
True. The way he is put together this with the story and Purv Pitika. Very makes it so interesting.
Yes. Yeah, it's very nice. Yeah.
Namaskaram.
Yeah.
So here Acharya Bananjay says that what they spoke is not known. So what Pravachana Acharya gave is not known. So having said that, how would you draw conclusions? Because sometimes ekantadalli ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, I mean, if they're going to speak in private, that's a different thing. But major events like this in a sabha, if it is not recorded or at least the gist of is not known, how do we conclude? I mean, it will be like a wild guess, alva.
Yeah, that's why, like, first day, yes, it's not recorded. Second day they recorded, right? So possibly, my guesswork is, when the second day thing, even they recorded the grantha they wrote, they might have referred to the previous day in few words. Okay, this is what happened the prior day or something like that. So the documentation was done for the second day. The second day documentation, that's what the grantha is all about. So the second day is documented. The first day is not documented, but the first day event might have been referred in the second day.
The
Madhvijaya referred, documented. Not only Madhvijaya, in the grantha also, probably in the Vyakhyanas commentaries, they, the people based on the commentaries, they could guess what might have happened the prior day. In fact, Bananjay used, while doing that, some of the probably explanations that are given there might have been useful for building, is like, missing links or missing blocks. They are guessed and, they're put forward or put forth with the available pieces. So basically like a puzzle pieces. We have puzzle pieces from the next day events that might have helped us to fill some of the puzzle pieces for the prior day.
Why? Because in the Ajay Vijaya, that is during Vijendra Sama, many of the arguments are recorded in detail.
See, the thing is, all these recording things came later and later on. Those days, even if they recorded, they might have written in talapatras, they might have gotten lost, probably they might have done something, and probably they were available at some point of time, but our unfortunate thing is the talapatras are, lot of manuscripts have been lost. So they might have been recorded. The recording will be in talapatras. Talapatras, they don't last long.
That's why, because Madhvajaya also is there, only very limited it is there. The reason why I'm asking even this is, it's like a chess game. How they approach, from where they started, how they ended. That will be very, very interesting to know how the vada happens.
Only thing is we can guess based on this depth of this work. Karmakanda portion has so much of deep meaning is there, means for someone who can give such a high explanation of what people generally thought Karmakanda, what is there, they do this, do that, and some Karmakanda will be there, but there so much of deep meaning is there, means it would have stunned the people at that time. So a lot of it is actually logically deducted, logically deduced. So we can imagine how people would have been stunned or surprised by the amount of information that's given here.
Okay.
So is there another tika on this one, apart from Bananjay Govindacharya's tika?
Yeah. Actually, Tika Rairu wrote on this one, Karma Nirnaya. We have the tikas. Karma Nirnaya, Jaitirtha Tika is also present there, which is we can use that also.
The another question is this Karma Nirnaya. Does it also talk about the rituals also? I mean, of course, the antar meaning is about seeing God everywhere, but there is like Padhyamala. Is there any sequence of how to do karmas? The right way. Is that also part of that, or is it only to see karma, God in karma? I mean, something like that.
Yeah, actually, he talks about the procedural things also a little bit, but a lot of it is actually meaning is given because procedural things are very simple. So it mentions those things, and we can actually see what it is also. Like as we go through that, we will realize that what are the information given for each sloka, the understanding, the procedural things, the way we have to meditate upon that. All that is given in the commentaries. So
basically, how they use the filler aksharas like whenever they punadam, prunadam. So they use purusha. Purusha shabda is how if one akshara is missing in the first one, they use pu. Second one akshara. So each akshara they take and how they make it. Those viharana, they call it viharana kramas are basically Acharya gives that right with meaning. Right?
Yeah, Acharya gives, and also in the commentaries we can see that also.
Okay. So what talking about is like the Jada Pata, this Pata Vedas. No, you add.
Actually, the Pata kramas and all are not discussed here. The Pata kramas are different because they are already in place. So Pata kramas are already there, and they were already in place. So those things are not discussed at all.
How they make that the Bhriti Sahasra means you don't have 1,000 mantras. Yeah. So how they make with aksharas?
That's what I was also. So it's a filler for from Gayatri to Brihati. You take
Viharana krama. Yeah.
Okay. So Acharya has paved the way in advance. Okay.
Yeah.
But that is there any adhikara yogyata for that?
No, adhikara jignasus and of course Veda adhikara, people who have the Veda adhikaras and jignasus.
Okay.
At our level, it is, I think, we don't do anything. Right? So, just knowing. But other things, as you know, Padapata, Ghanapata, for that and all you need adhikara.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Can't take a book or record player and learn, right?
Okay. But here also in Brihati Sastra also, only very few aksharas are used in the sense that there is also, I think, there is a reason why, I don't remember that, why those aksharas are chosen, also the reason is given. So, similarly, I'm sure that there will be some rules of using only those aksharas or something like that, right?
Yeah, there will be rules which we don't know, but we call Bijaksharas, how the Bijakshara should be there.
Because also when they take the aksharas, they take a portion from another Greek and then insert it here.
Yeah.
So, one of the things like Bananjay Acharya used to say that whatever the Burhati Sahasra book, what we found, like it is, they haven't properly arranged it. They had cut the mantras into just to fit 36 syllables. They had split the mantra.
Not really, because it is a Vedic thing. The Vedic things are there as it is. So the Broti Sahasra is well documented only. So it's not, whatever we have it's fully it's there. Like, we cannot say that, it's not properly arranged, or for saying that there has to be some reason for that. I don't know what, actually I never heard whatever you're saying about, what exactly Bananji said, but Ruti Sastra seems to be in good shape actually. Because
Okay, so I'm looking for a proper pata. I had one book my father used to refer when he was alive. So that was sometime somebody published in Bangalore.
Yeah, we also have one book, Ruti Sastra book is there. I think they printed one version. I haven't analyzed, okay, whether it's accurate or not accurate, or whether the whatever they claim is everything is there or not. But a lot of scholars got together and they printed it, and it's universally accepted. So I don't know what exactly the issue is. I don't know.
Okay, because I was listening to him, one of his Mahaitreya, because he made this comment because of that Mahanamni comes in that Mahaitreya.
Yeah, right? Exactly. That's why actually Aitareya, they call Mahaitareya. Mahaitareya is all this along with everything
The
else.
first,
It's called Mahaitareya. That's why Mahaitareya is a lot bigger than the Aitareya.
There, you mentioned was Stobaksharas and all that, how they do the Brihati, how the Aksharas are arranged. Yeah.
Correct.
Another interesting thing also is, for example, if they take one pada from another rig,
yes,
if you take one sukta, it has some, like Adhikarana, it has some relevance. But if you take one pada from one rig and add it to another rig, that's also interesting. That is because it has to fit into that context also, that pada.
Yes.
Yeah.
So definitely these people should be having a very full grip of the entire Veda. Otherwise, it's impossible to even do this task.
Yeah, and that's why the story comes how Vishwamitra, actually, when he did that, Paramatma, who he is especially present in Indra, asks, say second time, say third time, he asks repeatedly, because Vishwamitra, he was able to say it in an accurate fashion.
So Viharana is different from Adhyahara.
Yeah. Viharana, basically whatever is there, that Vyakruti we call Viharana, that is expansion of whatever is. Adhyahara is basically bringing whatever is not there, you bring it to make it structural. So it's basically Yatha, Yam, this kind of words. So you add certain words to make it a meaningful parsing, for parsing it in a meaningful fashion. So Adhyahara is bringing non-existent words into this. Viharana is an expansion based upon the meaning. Okay, this akshara, this pada will have to give this meaning. So you expand the meaning based upon whatever is already there. So Adhyahara is you bring extra words into that.
Okay. And so here the relationship with Brihati and Mahanamni, the relationship we're talking about is in Brihati Sahasra also we are doing the similar prakriya that Acharya explained in Mahanamni. Is that right?
Yeah, but you see, for Bruhati Sahasra, there is Acharya never wrote any commentary for Bruhati Sahasra itself. But for Mahanamni part, Acharya written a commentary like this Khandarth Nirnaya. So that is there for Mahanamni. But for Bruhati Sahasra, we don't have any commentary of Acharya.
ಈ ಕಾಂಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನಮ್ಮ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಇಷ್ಟಕ್ಕದು?
Bijaksharas are basically, bija is like seed. So what happens is, like, for example, we hear like from Omkara, Vyakrutis came, Bhur Bhuvaswaha, from Om Bhur Bhuvaswaha. And then from Vyakruti, three Vyakrutis, three padas of Gayatri came. And from three padas of Gayatri, three sargas of the Purusha Sukta came. So from each Sarga of Purusha Sukta, one Veda. So 3 Vedas came from Purusha Sukta. So the Bijakshara, like from a seed, a tree, plant, tree comes. So the plant is hidden in the seed, but we don't see it. I mean, like potentially it is hidden. And that when the seed sprouts and the whole big tree can come out of the plant. I mean, the seed. So that's why B the Akshara. So from one Akshara, how is it possible for such a big Veda to come out of one akshara? Basically, when it means is that much is hidden in these aksharas. Like the entire Vedic thing is hidden in Purusha Sukta. Purusha Sukta is hidden in Gayatri Mantra. Gayatri Mantra is hidden in Vyakruti. Vyakruti is hidden in Omkara. Like so, each one is like a bija for the rest of it. Bija means seed. It can expand and lead to that. Basically, that means it has basic. That means that doesn't mean that they got originated, but that is all hidden there. That in the bija form, it is present here. In a seed form, it is present here.
So, do you have any finite list of Bijaksharas?
No, not really. But we know that the Bijaksharas are relevant only in Vedas.
So, the reason I asked this question is like, okay, so there are a lot of big people ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನೋ ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ದಾರೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೋ ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ
ಅದು ಬೇರೆ. ಸೊ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಅದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ as these ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರಾಸ್ have expansion and so for them that expanded their thing and gave them more potential capability. That's why they are called also bijaksharas. So like so that means basically the Vedic aksharas use them in the mantras. They become so you borrow the bijaksharas from Vedic mantras and you can potentially make like great saints. They can do that. They like Vedavyasa or Vishwamitra, or when they write bijakshara on the tongue, that means basically that Vedic power is invoked there.
ಸೊ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರ ಬರ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾಲಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರ ಬರ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗಿರೋ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪೊಟೆನ್ಶಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ ಕೈನೆಟಿಕ್ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಮೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಶೂರ್ ದಟ್ ಪೀಪಲ್ ನೋ ದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ.
Something like that. Yes.
People can see the growth with their eyes. ಅವ್ರಿಗಿರೋ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗಿರೋ ಆ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯಗಳನ್ನ ತೋರಿಸೋ ಟೈಮ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ.
So made it manifest it.
ಅದೇ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟ್. ಐ ವಾಸ್ ಲುಕಿಂಗ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ. ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ. But that is nothing, that has no relevance with the Bijaksharas we talk about in Veda. Omkaradinda, Gayatri Bantu, Gayatrinda Purusha Sukta.
Not in the same way, no.
Okay.
ಸೊ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಜರ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಆನಂದ ಈ ದ್ವಾದಶ ಸ್ತೋತ್ರ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ನೈವೇದ್ಯ ಕಾಲದಲ್ಲಿ, ಅದು ಒಂದು ವಂ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರ ಅಂತ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಮೃತ ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರ ಅಂತ.
ವಂ, ರಂ, ಯಂ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಬೀಜಾಕ್ಷರ they call because they are Vedic ಮಂತ್ರದಿಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು. So from because Vedic mantra say that's why they is called Bijakshara. They have these roots in the Vedas.
Papa Purusha Sarjana.
This is not related to this. What is your experience? For example, kids, ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ today's kids, the Gen Zs, they ask for facts. I'm sure that you would have faced numerous situations like that. At some point of time, they say that we don't buy you. So what do you do? Said you how do you end it? You say that when your time comes, you will learn or you will know about that. What is that you will say that you have to end up in a positive year? At that time, you're not able to. They are not convinced. So what is that you say as the ending thing? When your time comes, you learn. ಏನು ಹೇಳಬೇಕು?
So basically, your question is, somebody asks us.
The younger generation.
Gen Z ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ.
See, they will have to see something to believe it. Otherwise, no matter how you talk,
they want to the evidence of it. Basically.
So how do you handle? How do you answer, or what do you say? Like you have to wait, and as you grow up, you will get it. How to answer them?
So the way you can answer the younger generation is, okay, they basically want to see how whatever we claim, how it happens. And the only way it can be answered is that these are pratyakshatita, because the direct perception, okay, I do this for 3 days, it happens, means, hey, I did 3 days, it didn't happen. What is this? So actually what we talked about in Vishnu Tattva Nirnaya actually. So objections that they come, not, the youngsters bring the same kind of objections that we discussed there. Hey, you claim a lot of things that this happens if you do this very thing and all that, but it didn't happen. No? And Acharya said, like, only adhikar is, when the proper adhikara is there, then it happens. Means then the younger generation, okay, how do you prove? No, you can just put everything under that head, saying, oh, adhikara is there, it happens. So I didn't happen for me, means yeah, adhikara not there. This is a escapist theory. So they immediately accuse us of that. So the only way we can think is, that's why people like Rayaru or Acharya, they demonstrated that, yes, no, it's not only that, it's not like a mirror, water in the mirage. No, it's non-existing. It's not a non-existing. There are people who could do it. So Madhva and Rayaru, they demonstrated it. Today's world, unfortunately, we don't have Rayaru or people of that capability. Nobody is there. So today, for younger generation, how we can prove means, no, today we don't have any evidence to prove in the same way as it was proven long back. It's only documented and we have to believe. So a lot of faith, trust and belief comes to play. So there has to be certain amount of belief, and what we can tell the younger generation is, do this for certain amount of time. See that if it has any effect on you, like it gives a peace of mind, makes you feel good, and all that, the feeling of satisfaction, feeling of fulfillment, that is the only criteria that today we can talk about. We cannot really prove in a concrete way, like in those days how they proved. Today nobody has that adhikara capability, but we hear certain things happening, good things happening to people, by listening to Gita, listening to Bhagavata, some good things happening we hear rarely. But the only way the younger generation can satisfy themselves is from their own experience. If they start doing it, they feel good about it, they feel a lot of peace of mind, they feel some sense of fulfillment and satisfaction. That is the criteria. So it's something that has to be experienced. So it's the experience driven a lot more, because as we said, today there is nobody who has such a high potential to prove its efficacy. Such people are not present today.
Okay. So that is where exactly, how do you steer them? In the sense that I'm sure many kids will not even say that we are going to 6 months to do this. Many kids will back off.
Yeah.
So how there should be some hope you should give.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to find out. What is the hope? I mean, you can say that in future you may get it. There will be a time when things will change in your life.
Yeah.
I mean, can we? Those are the things which could trigger them.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. So basically, what can we tell them so that they feel, I have good chance, good hope, good opportunity, good scope. So that hope and scope can be given only by saying that it has to be done over a period of time, trial and error. Okay, for people who have belief, it's a lot easier. For people who don't know, who are in a dilemma, who don't want to believe, for those people, the only way we can tell them is, okay, like when your teacher tells do this experiment, do this, you don't know whether this experiment is going to be successful or not. You believe and you do the experiment and then do it. When you are prepared to do an experiment that is mentioned by your teacher, why not your religious teacher, they gave something and do that experiment and try it out for whatever certain number of days, see if it makes any difference or not.
If people are serious, they will do. But most of them, they don't even have that.
Yeah, they don't have patience, they don't have time, they don't say, I don't believe in all that. Why, I don't even know whether it's true or not. Why, So a lot of people, they give up even without trying. Some people try for a couple of days and give up. Some people try maybe for a week or 10 days and then give up. So there are all kinds of people. So very difficult, it's not like one formula for everybody. Each one has a different formula because some people, they get attracted for some reason. Some other people get attracted for totally different reason. So everybody may not be given the same medication or same medicine. Different medicines for different people. So depending upon the person, we have certain people, they're not all receptive. They say, I don't even want anything. For such people, no matter what, you don't even want to waste your time on that because those people are not even willing to listen. They don't want anything. I don't even believe in any of this. I don't want anything.
Can't do anything.
Anything. We can't even attempt for those.
Can't do anything. Our karma.
For people who want to approach, who have belief, who want to say, okay, I believe in this, something I see good in that. I can feel it. So it's more like a feeling rather than a concrete proof. Because this is beyond pratyaksha, beyond direct perception. So those things that are beyond direct perception, you cannot prove in the world of direct perception. They have to be felt and proven only internally. They are more self-evaluating, self-satisfying, self-fulfilling experience. It's very hard to guide, tell, or convince people who are not willing or not convinced or do not want to have anything to do with it. For such people, we cannot tell.
See, our own Vivek, he came, he was very curious and he persisted and eventually...
And he felt something value in that. So he made a tremendous progress because he's perceived the value. So that's totally, each one is different. So God's gift, that's all.
God's gift for our karma, no matter what we tell, they don't even have, most of the people don't have the patience even to. Yeah.
So I think it's becoming a chicken and egg problem, ma'am. So you said belief, okay? Avrige ಕಾಣಿಸಿದ್ರಲ್ಲಿ believe ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಲಿ.
No, for those things only when you show we will believe means so many other things. They believe in so many other things, right? So they are not that serious. I feel, I don't know.
No. You're hitting a very important point, Mami. Actually, I have given this. I've quoted numerous examples to young people when they say that no, I don't believe this. I quote their own. In science itself, many things are there. Many theorems.
Simple. I told many. Nothing to hide here. I tell my daughter that you pass, then I'll pay the exam fee. I believe that you pass the exam. That's the reason I'm paying the fee. If pass the fee, pay it's ridiculous. You pay the fee and then you attempt it, and then you believe that you will pass, and then you work hard for that. Eventually, the result will come. But her question is result. See, I know that in 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, 1 year, I know I will pass this exam and it's over. But there angalla, it's millions of years. So you do you have any finite time? 1 year, 10 years, 100 years, 1,000 years. So that means it is
even exam subject. You believe that if you prepare, you pass exam. You prepared and passed exam. Then you say you finish a degree or you acquire a degree, you think that you get a job. But some people, even though finish the degree, they don't get a job. So, but they believe when they're doing the course, okay, if I finish my degree, if I get the degree, I'll get the job. People believe in that and they do it. Even if some people do not get the job, most of the people get the job with their degree. So you believe in that because a majority of the people get it. So even in day-to-day life, that's what they see. They see, okay, I see a lot of people who graduate and they get the jobs. There's some people who graduate and they don't get the jobs, sure, possible. But everybody goes with the belief that they finish the course, they will get the job. With that belief only they go.
From kindergarten we do that here. It's a long time.
The belief, that's something. I think belief is not belief, because I think we discussed this topic a number of times. You gave rational belief is the right answer.
Rational belief is what it is. That's all. We logical belief.
But I think initiation into the belief system is what is the need of the hour.
Yeah.
I think if you are everything, I'm saying you, meaning in the sense that if all the scholars can do something about this belief system, initiating. See, they initiating them in the right belief system is a need of hour. Afterwards, it's just that it will go on. Some people might achieve big things. Some people might achieve small things, but they will achieve something.
Yeah.
But belief system alle now introduce ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ. I think ದೇವರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ it's becoming
the
like
belief
more.
itself, the Shraddha, there's a Yoel Shraddha Sayeva Saha. The Shraddha itself is in your very intrinsic nature. That Shraddha is hidden there.
ಅಲ್ಲ, I agree, Mami. I agree that I am not disputing. I think, see, we need to put an effort. ಅದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಸಕ್ಸಸ್ ಸಾಧ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲ.
We put our effort. We keep putting our effort. We are trying to do whatever we know in our.
I'm not saying you as in you person.
We means not me, not us. We means the people who want to do it. XYZ they have been doing, lots of people doing. But from the other person, receiver's perspective is only when his karma, when his thing materializes, only then he will be interested to at least even to try. It's not in our hands. It is his own karma. That's why we see people totally different. Vivek's case we took. His karma ripened. So till that time, we can keep on telling. Even the best of way, Madhacharya himself come and he came and preached. He couldn't change everybody. But doesn't mean they never changed. After a while, they would have changed. The time has the same thing. Time has to come. Till then, we are driven, we keep doing. Doesn't mean we can convince them.
There's a beautiful saying, if a person is ready to be convinced, no explanation is needed. If a person is not ready to be convinced, no amount of explanation is sufficient.
That is also true.
Yeah. That is, you can wake up a person who is truly sleeping. You cannot wake up if he is not sleeping, pretending to be sleeping. So.
We have to count our blessings.
Exactly. Actually,
we happen to fall on the right side with our own whatever little thing, whatever. Otherwise, it's very difficult. Very, very difficult.
Correct.
Because the mind can ade heltaralla. Yukti, the logic is a reflection. Our buddhiya prabheda. Nama buddhiya pratiphalane is your yukti. So your buddhi is in the wrong sense. Your logic, you will somehow find a logic to negate it.
Yep. Yeah. So actually, belief, when you talk about belief, all these people who don't accept our teachings, knowingly or unknowingly, they are also following a lot of beliefs.
Yes.
And they are not 100% convinced. And in fact, when we question their beliefs, they also falter. They don't have any, even so-called learned people also falter. For example, we're talking about these atomic things. People blindly believe in Bohr's theorem, Niels Bohr theorem. That is the energy, when the orbit rises over, the energy level, they talk about all those things. Well, you are just buying what he's saying. Have you tested it? Have you really gone into the postulations? People buy just like that. So that is how many belief systems they have.
We all studied history, right? People are saying, no, that is not what it is. We all believed.
Yeah, exactly.
We all said, coughed out the same history. Now people come and say, no, this is not how it is. They did this. This is not the real history. This is the blah, blah evidence. Even some people believe, some people don't. So it's all based on our Shraddha.
Oh, correct. Yeah, that is it. Apart from spirituality and our shastras, the real research and finding out the real truth, 99.9%, including myself, we don't do it. It's all taken for granted only, many things.
See, for example, a lot of for us premise is the Darwin's theory of evolution. We don't think beyond that Darwin's theory of evolution. Somebody says that human existed 25,000 years back. No, we don't want to believe that.
Yes. Yes.
That's a wrong premise. We are kind
Yes.
of growing our
Yes.
thinking.
Yes. Unlearning is very difficult.
I think East Coast time they passed that is late for them.
Yeah, tomorrow.